retirement community. First, we're going to introduce Tiffany, our hairdresser.
Hi, y'all. My name is Tiffany. That would be Tiffany with an I. The I stands for empowered. Yes, I know that's not how you really spell it, but I like to go with it, okay? So just join me. Just join me. Go with it. Thank you. Now, there is one weakness of mine that I'm going to share with you. My old boyfriend, Joe.
And my name's Joe. Came up to North Carolina, gonna call Tiffany. She gonna marry me one day. She keeps saying no. So I've been working with this guy named Harold. He's real freaky.
Hi. My name's Harold. I was the original resident in this place, and it has been a very, very good place for me. A lot of the women smell pretty good here. One of the newest is, actually the absolute newest is Betsy Ross.
My name is Betsy. I'm so happy to be here. I broke my arm climbing the Christmas tree. I'm only 50 years old. My family left me here. And my new best friend is Agnes. I don't know her last name yet, though.
Been in charge of this place a long time. You'd think it looks simple because it's a bunch of old people, but there's a lot to deal with. And suddenly, I have some supervisor from the corporation of someplace looking over my shoulder. Don't like it. His name is John.
My name is John. I mean business. I'm from the National Retirement Community. I'm the president. Just checking things out. So please, join us at Sunnyside Arms.
Now, Agnes, I gotta tell you, I love your idea about having a holiday play here with the residents, but I'm not sure that we've got enough people to, do a whole production.
I can play 7 people.
Oh, Betsy, you're so sweet.
Betsy has more energy, I think, than anybody else here, and I think the residents need something to focus on. So I say we write something that has 7 characters that Betsy can play.
That's a lot for Miss Betsy to be holding on to.
You can write them on my cast. Did you want to sign it?
I did, dear, twice.
We've all signed your cast, Betsy. But I was thinking maybe we could go with something like Frosty, the snowman, you know?
He was a very jolly man, but he melted. It was really sad.
See, she already knows the lines.
Tiffany, I love the idea. You are going to be Frosty. You got that kind of frosty glow about you.
You want me to actually be in it?
Can I be the sun? Can I melt her to the ground and then I have to rebuild them and be friends all over again?
When did you not like me?
I love you.
I don't speak English very well sometimes.
I love your ideas. Stop into my office later and we'll work on the script and we'll let Tiffany with an I and the other residents who might be interested in participating know. Okay? When your haircut's done, you let me know.
Carve a flag in it. I want to look pretty.
All right, Betsy, now that we got that business out of the way and Agnes out of the office.
What's your last name?
Nobody knows.
I bet John knows.
He very well might.
Hey, pretty ladies. Nice to see ya.
Oh, my Lord. Harold, what are you doing here?
Well, I saw you two sweethearts sitting next to each other, and I got a little news. I've been hanging around Agnes's desk up there.
Do you know her last name?
No, I don't. No. God, you smell awfully good this morning. Oh,
Well, disinfectant never hurt anybody.
Tiffany, you're pretty good yourself, honey. So I want to tell you what I heard, Agnes. She's planning on putting on some play here, and I'm counting on the two of you to root for me for one of the leading roles, because I think I got potential.
I have 7 parts already. Good luck.
It's true. Agnes and I were talking about it. Betsy here was volunteering herself. We think we're going to be doing Frosty. I suppose we could give you the role of the cop.
Oh, I like that. It would give me authority to go around and really stay on top of things. To the best of my ability.
Now that Harold's gone, maybe we can really start talking about what's going on here.
Can you disinfect the area again? I feel a little gross.
Yeah, I totally understand.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll use a stronger one this time.
Carvin!
Okay,
I'm ready.
all right. Oh, hang on. Okay, I was tripping over that.
That.
Now you want the American flag, I'm guessing?
Duh.
Right, that's a Ross. So,
I just want to let you know.
yeah,
I'm so excited to be in your chair.
and you're so moving around so much that it's not really a flag anymore.
I call it modern.
Okay.
Hey. I've been thinking about that idea you had about making me the policeman in the play, in the Frosty play.
All right.
So here's the two problems. I don't remember what the policeman does, but I'm hoping he gets to wear a uniform because the chicks like that, you know.
True.
Yeah. Think you could snag me a uniform? Or maybe that John guy, he's got one of those badges on his shirt and kind of that blazer. That would be as good as a cop uniform, don't you think?
I can steal it. I mean, borrow it.
Betsy, you're good.
Please don't touch me.
I'm gonna go.
All right, Harold, you take off
God,
now,
you guys
please.
smell good. Yeah.
Bye, creepy friendly man.
Betsy, don't you have something to do now?
Practice all my lines for all 7 characters and nail the performance. Yes, I do.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for stopping by. Why do I stay here? These people are crazy. I know. Take it down a notch, Tiffany. With an I. All right. There's something going on. And I think I need to talk to John. I haven't seen him yet this morning.
Can I come into your studio?
I'm never gonna get out of here. Come on in, John.
Thank you. Smells clean in here. I can appreciate that.
I'm glad. I appreciate that. Really
Now,
appreciate
Word is
it.
there's a production going on here.
Yes.
I want to make sure it follows all the safety procedures written by the board.
I didn't know there was safety procedures
There's
written by the board.
always safety procedures written by the board.
Well, then I guess we should be getting a copy of those then, don't you think so?
Well, yes.
You happen to have one?
4, exactly. You'll notice the first one. Make sure all exits are clear, especially for walkers and wheelchairs.
We are a retirement facility. Everything is double wide.
Touche.
I don't think we'll have a problem with that. It's more like number.
Sorry to interrupt, but I see John's here. Harold! I won't take long.
I'm just gonna go have a cigarette. I'll be back.
Those will kill you.
I'm already dead.
You know, I haven't been able to like, nail your scent, but I think you smell like lemons and freshness. That's what I think. Yeah. So I'm just. They've given me the role. Of policeman. So I'm just wondering if I could just try your suit on to see if it's the right size.
The current one that I'm in?
Yeah, I could just slip it off for a minute. All I'm doing is sizing it, okay?
How about this? You come by my room later, when I'm not there. I will leave a suit hanging on the door. You can touch that all you want, I don't need it back.
Could it be dark blue? Does it have a cap that goes with it?
I would check in with that weird one, Betsy Ross. I'm sure she could.
Oh, she could probably make me one.
Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
And I'll make sure it's blue or black, whatever. I don't care.
I'm kind of glad I nailed your scent. Yeah, I'll be going to look for the Betsy Ross. awesome.
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
Look, I got a line on a suit to wear as a policeman, but I don't have a hat, and you're so darn crafty making those flags and all. Could you do me a nice policeman's hat?
Ironically, I work faster with a cast.
You're a sweetheart, Betsy Ross. You are
I think you.
a sweetheart.
Okay. Is it blue or black or gray or yellow? Can it be yellow?
I do a little yellow around the rim, but I like it dark blue. Yeah, look official. Yeah. Thanks, Betsy.
Well, let me just get started here then. Luckily, I keep my craft kit everywhere all the time.
Well, Tiffany with an eye, you finally productive for a change. What are you doing?
Hi, Agnes. I put a ham in the oven.
Yes. Perfect intermission food for our play. I think it's perfect.
But the play's not going to be for a couple weeks.
It'll keep.
You say so. You're the manager.
Maybe we can consider this a practice one, and then you could do one. You could set up a carving station during intermission.
And who's going to be doing the carving when we have all the residents in the play?
I don't think Daphne signed up
Oh?
to be in the play. Wouldn't count on her. She's a pretty good baker. I like to see you step up to the plate here, Tiffany. I'm serious, because up till now, you've been a little shaky ground, but you're growing on me. Thanks.
Something is up with Agnes. She's never nice to me.
I finished it.
That's it. I think you did a great job. You don't even need me.
I know I don't. I just wanted to.
Is that blood?
No. Maybe. Touch it.
No, thank you. Let me get you a napkin or a towel.
Is that a ham I smell?
Why, yes, it is.
Okay. Could you go to Agnes's desk and just go there?
Do I work for you now?
Yes, you do.
You know, I think I'm just going to play along because I have an agenda of my own.
Well, your time is running out, so bye.
Bye,
See you
Betsy.
later. Love you so much. You're my favorite person ever. Ham, I'm getting out of here. Let's go,
John from corporate offices, could you come up to the front desk, please? This is Agnes.
Of course. Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Really, Agnes? It's not enough that I'm here and I'm standing behind your red line.
Is there something you needed?
Miss Betsy Ross told me to come here. I assumed it was because you wanted to talk to me.
You know how I would get a hold of you if I needed you. I don't need you, thank you. I'm having a quick word with John. You're excused, thank you.
Oh, wait. May I have a moment of John's time?
My time is precious, so let's do this.
I'm your director here. You go after me. Thank you. John.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. John, I need to talk to you when you're done. And I got cookies for you.
Since you're doing such a thorough review here, I'd just like you to notice more the upbeat attitude. People seem more lively. For heaven's sakes, Harold's walking around with a little spring in his step because he has a role in the play. So I'd just like you to note that as you're doing your sort of review of our plays.
Noted.
Thank you, John.
Great. I will see you later, Agnes.
Thanks.
You needed something from me.
Yeah, cookie too. I can't guarantee they're fresh, but
I will pass for the ham that I hear is coming out of the oven any time now.
that's one of the reasons I wanted to contact you. The ham is missing, John. Now, just who in this community do we know likes to rescue dead creatures from the oven?
Harold does like to smell things.
No, not Harold.
Oh my God, there's something great here. It's freshness. It's not your gardenia or whatever you wear. I think it's a ham smell smell coming from the kitchen.
You go right on in.
I will.
You go
thanks.
right on in.
I will.
John, I gotta talk to you while we have a moment. And I think maybe Harold's in on something. So I gotta be quick, because every time I try to talk to you, there he is. I think Betsy Ross stole the ham.
Join us next week to find out. Did Betsy Ross really steal the ham?
I know that is a mouthful, I'm aware. I acquired it in the divorce. I'm sure you can figure out like which side of the hyphen is my maiden name. If you can't, have you never met a Jew? So when I got married, I did the old-fashioned thing and I took my husband's last name, and I soon realized that Hillary Lyons is a name that is probably better suited for a British nun or a lesbian entomologist from Seattle. I know this because I Googled my name. Yeah, so anyways, I mean, I'm sure you can understand like people's confusion. They look at me and they're like, Hillary Lyons, but you look like Jewy Bluestein. So when I got divorced, I took my Jew name back, but then I also kept my my married name because I didn't want my kids to think that I abandoned them like their father. So I got my DNA done on Ancestry.com. Has anyone done that? Anyone out there? Yeah. Any surprises?
No.
No. Me neither. I don't know. I found out I was 95% Jewish. Surprise, surprise. And like the other 5% was like 1% Asian, 1% North African, and a smattering of other like really cool ethnic groups, you know. And then Ancestry sends me a notification that they have updated their results to be more accurate. So I'm like all excited. I go online to find out like what else I am, and lo and behold, I am 100% Jewish. Nothing is 100%. I wasn't even made in a facility that also processes Asians. Oh, sorry, I keep doing this because I want to look at you. So, like another big disappointment I recently found out is that the Jews were never slaves in Egypt. Like, yeah, never, no, yeah, really, like they were never slaves. There's actually no archaeological evidence to show that we were even in Egypt, let alone. I know. Like even like the story of Hanukkah, where like the small group of Jews, the Maccabees, fought the giant Greek army and won, and then like later became an a cappella group where they like. songs into campy Hanukkah songs, you know, like that's true. The Jews in Egypt never happened. And like my first thought was like, what else in the Bible isn't true? I know. And then my second thought was like, well, there goes our connection with African Americans. I mean, like we were tight because of the slave thing.
Yep.
I know. And now what do we have? The Inquisition? I don't know. Anyway, so back to like the parent. Anyone have kids? Anybody? Anybody been a kid? Well, I'm a parent. I have 4 kids and 2 stepkids, and as I think most parents, we try to do a better job than our parents did. In my case, it's not that hard. But like, there's some parents who like won't even let their kids play with toy guns, like not even water pistols. And I kind of understand that because like when I was a kid, I smoked candy cigarettes, and the next thing you knew, I was shooting up behind the bowling alley. and I believe that it's important to be honest with my kids. So I've told them all about my sordid past. Like I told them that I dropped out of school, for instance, and dropping out is like this really weird term that only is associated with school. Kind of like a dollop is a measurement only of sour cream, right? Everything else is a heaping tablespoon. So, like, you can't say, "Oh, I'm dropping out of work." Right? You quit. You get fired. Oh no, just dropping out. I sent my boss an email. He was fine with it. Or like, you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna drop out of my marriage." Are you getting divorced? Are you separate? No, just dropping out. I sent him a text. He's fine. Anyway, so like this honesty about my past has made it disciplining my kids difficult. Like my teenage son's room was a total mess, and I was giving him a hard time about it, and he was like, "Mom, you did heroin." Well, I only did a dollop. And like my 9-year-old son, he takes piano lessons. I've been schlepping and paying for piano lessons for like 3 years now. He's not very good. I mean, he's all right, but like you know that eventually he's gonna quit, forget everything that he's ever learned, and then when he's 17 years old, he's gonna say, "I'm a shitty mom who never did anything for him because I won't let him drink alcohol at our holiday party." I know, yeah. So like, and he asks all these like really weird questions. He's very sweet, but we were watching a movie the other day, and we were watching an old movie, and after the movie was over, he turns to me and he said, "Mom, what was life like before color?" Well, I guess it was better than before sound. Like at least we didn't have to use subtitles, right? And then he asked me, what did he say? Oh, he asked me, "What's my favorite battery?" I know. So I was like, "Of course it's the one in my vibrator." Like, if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask the question. Right? I like 9 volts too. Go stick your tongue on one. Parenting is hard. I'm dropping out. I just want to tell you this one thing. Okay, so I had to tell you this. I was at a restaurant the other day, and I use the bathroom, and I sit down in the toilet, and they have like a full-length mirror on the inside door of the stall. I know, like in case you want to watch yourself pee or something, right? Like, and then I get what I call the poor man's bidet, which is when the automatic flush goes. So I looked down, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Like out loud. It was my hoo-ha. I had never seen it from that angle before. It was bigger than I expected. I mean, not like wizard sleeves or anything, but like I'm used to looking it down, you know, like when you're in an airplane and the buildings look all tiny, you know. So I'm sitting there and, you know, looking at my vagina staring back. We're having a moment. Now now we have a date with my favorite battery later on. Thank you guys. It's been great.
Guys, I read the lineup. That's all I have to say. I'm so happy. That was so good. Let's give it up for Hillary. You hear a lot of stand-up. It's just so refreshing for it to all be female. I guess. And we're gonna bring out one more stand-up for you.
And she's gonna knock it out of the park.
We're so excited. The amazing
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy holidays. All I want for Christmas is for my student loans to be forgiven. Oh, that was such a sad woo for me. Oh, guys, I got a degree in theater. What was I thinking? And I minored in women and gender studies. So I guess I'm gonna smash the patriarchy, but do it with jazz hands. Yeah, and in high school I was voted most likely to succeed. And sometimes you just bet on the wrong horse, and I tied for it. I tied for most likely to succeed with a girl who was pretty and popular and nice and also smart. So like, what a bitch, right? And now she's doing very well for herself, and I'm asking the important questions like, is the adult version of a girl crush a woman's orange-flavored soda? Takes you a minute. I know. I should have gotten a degree in science or tech. I know, because there's so much to move forward to. We have so much to get. Like, every day, I know we are getting closer and closer to a way for us to text dogs. I believe one of us can do this. Someone figure it out, call me, we'll get on Shark Tank. Who doesn't want to be able to text their dog to preheat the oven so that they can get their frozen pizzas in as soon as they get home? We all want this. And once we're done with that, we are going to figure out how to make cell phones out of whatever cell phone cases are made out of. That kind of sounded like I was running for president, so let's make it happen. Okay. But I don't want to brag, but I'm chock full of great ideas. I just am. I'm thinking of opening a paper supply store. Thank you. But I'm only going to put it next to convenience stores. And I'm going to call them 8.5 by 7-Elevens. Speaking of convenience stores, I got a scratch-off ticket recently because that's the only way I can think of to pay off my student loans. And that or dying. And on the back of scratch-offs, they always say, please call this number if you think you have a gambling problem. So I called the number and I said, you know what, I do have a gambling problem. I didn't win. So I'm struggling, you can tell, I'm struggling. I can't stop buying Yankee candles. It's because I'm a white woman. Are we? We're really not. But also, I never want to know what plain air smells like again if I don't have to. But they have to be Yankee candles because I like my candles to be very clear about their position in the Civil War. But I forgot what I was going to say next, so I looked at my phone. But thank you guys for coming out. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause to yourselves for coming out. It's the holidays. It's hard to
to find time, but you guys all look so great, and I did my best. You know, I'm not a cool chick. I'm not. I'm not a thirst trap, if you will. I'm only a thirst trap if the kind of drink you're looking for is prune juice. Get things moving down there. You know? I'm not an Insta-worthy girl. I don't have legs for days. I have legs for minutes, seconds even. You know, and some girls, they got that V-cut thing. I got that U-cut, you know? Yeah. You know, my genetics, my biology, my wide birthing hips, they're very clear about what my intended purpose in society is. Make babies and chill on the couch under a blankie.
Yeah!
I only want to do one of those things, and it's definitely not the thing that involves me pushing a watermelon-sized future YouTube influencer out of my fun hole. But life is a struggle. It's a struggle. I cut my hair and I don't know who I am anymore. And it's always hard for me to know when to cut my hair because no one's broken up with me in a while. I knew it was time this time because I pulled the 8 millionth long hair out of my butt crack. I'm just afraid, though. I'm afraid because I'm worried that one day I'm going to find one that's attached. And in the shower, you know, I'm used to having so much more hair, so I use way too much shampoo. But it's a real treat for my pubes. Speaking of pubes, beautiful transition there. I want to talk about the pubes of the face. Eyebrows. Ooh, I know, you were thinking mustache. Stay with me. I feel the same way about pubes that I do about eyebrows. Wax them, tweeze them, do whatever you want with them. Let them fly free. Be like Madonna and express yourself. But don't put pressure on my tiny hairs. I was getting a pedicure once and the technician looked up at me and she asked if I wanted my eyebrows waxed. Because those surfaces pair very well together.